I had to request one more here because, talking is one of my favorite things to do. Um, in times like this, when someone really important to you passes, you want to look back at memories. And I've known Nate for 14 years. And if we weren't in spandex punching each other, I don't really have any pictures of him. I have two that I don't think could actually be out in the public again. But over 14 years, I have two genuine pictures of just him and I. And strangely, I'm okay with that. Ever since I met him, it was 2009. I met him an hour before I was going to go wrestle him at another show, and he didn't know me from anybody, and that was okay because I didn't know him from anybody either. And we had a good one, and he took me under his wing at that point, and from there it was just the road, and we didn't meet each other as people, right? We met each other as two storytellers, and I feel like not having these pictures is okay because that's what we did, was we told stories. When we weren't wrestling, we were at the after show making fun of people and telling some of the best jokes I will probably never remember. He definitely forgot most of them, I tell you that. But all I have is stories and the knowledge that he'd passed on and what him and I had passed back and forth on what we'd heard and how things worked. And there's tens of thousands of miles, and that's only told in two pictures. And, I think it really does us justice, because that really spoke to who Nate was to me. Just another one here for the road. We both believed in giving back to this. We both had our share of students, and he gave mine a chance, and I worked with his every chance that I could get in, and throw him in every car I could, and drag him to the bottom of Southern Illinois, where the promoter would rather get arrested than pay us. Or I would drag him wherever, where we'd have to threaten to sell the titles so we could get our payday, because conveniently the money was at concessions. We had stolen an electrical cord, a wet floor sign, and a industrial coffee pot because the promoter didn't have our money, and then Brian drugged them into a dark room I don't know how he got the extra money, but he got it. But this was everything that we have is these stories that we get to tell back and forth. And I know I'm kind of rambling at this point, but Nate, I'm gonna miss all the stories. I'm gonna miss every bar that I drug you out of where we didn't know where your pants disappeared to. I'm gonna miss you from every hotel room where you said that you slept for 7 hours in the underwater level in Tomb Raider and you came up gasping for air. I'm going to miss two-stepping in Texas with you, where we actually learned to two-step. You might not remember that. You were caught between two girls screaming Grease Lightning soundtrack to them, but we had a great time. You had an even better time. We turned Honey Pepper Cricket's van into a toboggan through a blizzard. I'm gonna miss all that, and I want you to know, with these students that you've put forth, you've gave back. You've definitely gave back to wrestling, and they're great. And everything, as far as your legacy, is in very good hands. They're all very capable, and I love you, Nate. We'll catch you down the road.